Today's curiosity is lubricated by Internal Fusion Machine Black Ale from Dastardly Villain Brewing in Winnipeg. They describe it as a fusion of a classic Irish dry stout and a bold North American stout with some espresso flavors, roasted malt, bold character. Very neat. I'm happy with that. So, this past weekend in Winnipeg was a free giveaway weekend. That happens twice a year, and basically people, when they're doing their cleaning and tidying up for the spring and fall seasons, they take stuff that they don't want and put it out on the curb with a big free sign on it. Among the things that I grabbed this time were these two units, both Homedics brand. One is a portable sanitizer wand and one is a portable sanitizer bag, both clearly using ultraviolet light to kill, they claim 99.9% of bacteria and viruses. As you may recall, devices like this became rapidly popular about 3.5 or 4 years ago, and people seem to be ignoring them these days. Witness that these things were free and appear to not even have been opened. You saw me cutting the packaging there. So let's see what makes these things tick. Starting off with the portable sanitizer wand, which doesn't look much like a wand really. Not much to say, just one page in each of 4 or 5 different languages. Right. When a big safety disclaimer, whatever, packaging. Yeah, these things have never been opened. Somebody bought them as a gift and they were never used. I don't know. It comes with a USB cable, which would imply that it is rechargeable. That little battery logo on the back confirms it for me. So I guess we have a little 2-position switch there or something. Oh, that's lit up when I pushed it. Okay. Long push to turn it off, maybe? I don't know. Oh, okay. That's interesting. What's that? This looks like a little test card that they included. The text turns purple. It's UV clean. Place the wand on top of this card. Logo facing the UVC LEDs. I guess that's that side there. And turn it on. Okay. I guess we'll test that, but we'll also test it with these little UV test cards that I got a year or 2 ago in a mailbag. Because, I don't really want to trust their thing that they send. Oh, if you look at the angle, you can kind of see the light glistening off the text there, but it's not going in color right now. Okay, anyway, let's take the cover off this thing. It slides off. Nice dark opaque safety cover. There's model name and stuff. 5 volts, 2 watts, 3 LEDs. Definitely warning you about the UVC exposure there and on the inside of the lid. Let's plonk it down on top of its included test card and also one of these ones. And push the button. There you can see the little light on there. We'll wait a minute and take it off. Unless it turns off automatically. Probably should have read the manual to see. Oh, it's already turned itself off. Okay. I don't see those having lit up. Right, let's spend 30 seconds reading the manual. I hate that you have to do that. You should be able to figure this out on your own. Ah, there we go. After you push the button on top that I found, within 10 seconds, push the 2 side buttons. Okay. All right, so let's do this again. I'll plonk it down on there, push that, and push these 2 side buttons. Now it's blinking. Oh, look at that. It says you have to hold the button for the entire sanitizing cycle. Wonder if that battery's dead. Anyway, did it even do anything here? Not really. Alright, so let's plug this thing into charge and we'll come back to it in a minute. There's the port hiding underneath there. Meanwhile, we'll pop the other one out and take a look at it. I'm going to assume it's very similar stuff. Obviously, I'm going to tear one or both of these apart, but I want to see them do their thing initially. I guess this is a good opportunity to see what its charging rate is and stuff like that. Seems to be charging at about 310 milliamps. Right. Let that cook off to the side and we'll pop the other one out of its package quickly. And this other one is a portable sanitizer bag, and it claims 4 powerful UVC LEDs, sanitizes in just 60 seconds. Same for all the rest. Up to 18 uses per charge. Okay. Looks like it's intended for smartphones. And again, this one appears to still be factory sealed. Wow. Comes with one of those. There it is. It has less foam. It does have a charging lead. It has less manual with it as well. Huh. That's an interesting little zippered pouch. So down inside there we have 1, 2, 3, 4 LEDs. A little stand kind of thing down here or something. Is that just to hold your phone on? I don't know what purpose it would be serving. Maybe, oh, there appears to be something wrapped in plastic down there. Let me see if I can get that little platform out of here. And maybe just reach around it and, there we go. It's a couple of little clip things that look like they plug into, 3 little clip things, looks like they plug into there or something. Kind of sits all wobbly. I don't know if that's what they're for. Do I have to read the manual again? What's this? Ooh, a little sticker that says place zipper here to operate. And that was covering up this little guy here. Is there something, is there a magnet? Yeah, there is. There's a magnet in the zipper pull. So that'll be a little magnetic sensor underneath that. Well, that's pretty neat. And then there's a power button over there. And is there a, what's in there? It's kind of a little pouchy cutaway thing in there. Oh, that's just the USB charge port. Okay. Huh. So it looks like it is designed for safety usage. So if we close that, and actually, let's toss one of these in there too, just for funsies. And then zip that closed. Stick that onto there. And push and hold. I don't see any lights. That looks like it should light up, doesn't it? So it shows that little platform clip thing being removable and the 3 little phone clips that you can put in the bottom. The safety lock, yeah, we found that. The charge port, power button and power indicator. Yeah. Put your stuff in there. Click, yeah, doink, right. Push power button, blue light stops flashing when sanitizing is complete. So I guess I'm going to have to charge this one up too. Right. I'll be back in a bit. I guess while we're waiting for those units to charge, we can see if we can find any information about them online. For one thing, they are deeply discounted. Apparently they're not flying off the shelves as much as they did about 4 years ago. Okay, just this usual kind of stuff here. Nothing particularly interesting. Some customer images, and then a whole bunch of reviews from 3 years ago. Gee, I wonder why they're all from 3 years ago. Here's the other one, the bag. Oh, wow. That was almost $100 when it was new, and I'm going to assume those are American dollars, so translate to your local currency at your will. And they've only discounted this one 25%. The other one was discounted way more than that. Yeah, not much else to say about it on there. Right, I guess I just have to sip on my beer and wait for these things to charge, at least enough to work with them. Well, this thing's been charging for about half an hour, so I think that's enough to play with it at least a little bit. It stayed at 300 milliamps all the way through it, so it's got some power in it, I hope. Let's just try it. Again, I'm not all that concerned about the efficiency or effectiveness of these things, but to my eye, those do look like proper UVC LEDs with the metallic packaging and whatnot. So at least they should do what it claims. So power button on, there's my blue thing. Hold those, we're flashing. Can't really see any evidence of it working, but you can see, I think, that UV Clean logo has lit up. That one on my little test card is lit up, and if I take this down, you can see the UVC on my other test card lighting up as well. And as soon as I shut it off, that goes out. Now this one stays, and this one stays. I think that one is actually UVA because it looks to me the same color as that one. But this is in fact lighting up the UVC, as we can see there. So I'm willing to accept that it does what it says on the label. Now let's take it apart, because that's what I'm really here for. And I'll let the other one charge, and we'll see what it looks like later. Because it does get kind of crunchy when I do this. It does open up a gap in there, but my spudger doesn't seem interested in doing... Oh no, it's spudged. There was just clips. And we see a pouch cell with a couple of plugs going up to the circuit board. Now let's just unplug those. One's a 2-pin and one's a 3-pin, so that's easy. You won't get confused. The 2-pin goes down to the LED array, and the 3-pin goes to the cell, which suggests to me that it is a temperature monitored, protected kind of a cell. It claims to be a 560 milliamp hour, 3.7 volt. Date code of 20/34, 34th week of 2020, which lines up pretty well with when these things were in high demand. So let's pull the LED board out if we can. Not expecting to find anything terribly interesting in here other than a circuit board with 3 UVC LEDs in parallel. Again, 2020 date code, 4th month. Much more robust package than your typical LED. All that metallization around the outside and what I believe to be quartz glass in front are the hallmarks of the UVC LEDs. So let's put that aside and take this guy apart. 4 more screws. Those 4 screws were very tightly into the plastic. That bit comes off. There's a little halo around the outside that glows through the packaging. We have the LEDs around the outside that glow in colors. We have a couple of chips. Over here looks like battery management stuff. Little 6-pin chip, inductor, transistor, 2 transistors there, diode. So that will be, that will be taking care of all the power supply-ish stuff. 3 transistors down there with an assortment of resistors. I'm going to guess that those are red, green, and blue to drive the array of LEDs around the outside, most likely, which would leave this transistor up here to be probably the one driving the LEDs themselves. Although, no, they are over here. The 8-pin chip says 4056 on it. Could that be the TP4056, the lithium-ion battery charger chip that we're very familiar with? Could possibly be. Let me chase out a couple of these pins on the board and see if they match up. Yeah, okay. So that pin 5 does go directly to the battery, just like the datasheet shows. Okay. So I stand corrected. That is the charge control, which means that this power supply stuff here must be just boosting the 3.7 to 4.2 volts that come from the battery up to the 5 volts that the rest of the thing needs, or whatever voltage these LEDs need. Because I don't suppose they will want to run at that lower battery voltage. That little 6-pin dude calls itself HYCJH. But my Googling is failing to find it, so I'm going to stand with my my previous suggestion. This is probably a boost converter to create voltage for those LEDs over there. And yeah, there's one of them shows up over there, and there's the other one shows up over there. So I'm increasingly convinced that that is generating a higher voltage to go through a couple of vias there to these two pins here, which are the back of the UV connection. And the remaining chip, obviously the brains of the operation, this microcontroller here, no doubt, SC8F5773. To nobody's surprise, it is in fact a microcontroller, an 8-bit CMOS microcontroller with built-in flash memory. There is everything you might want to know about it in this massive data sheet. Oh, a fairly solid little design, not a huge amount of surprises in there. Not sure if I'm going to put it back together or not. I think I probably will, but I'll save that for later. Meanwhile, let's pull this guy in, and I'm going to guess that it has the same stuff inside it, but let me just clear the deck and get this up on the operating table. Alright, let's get this guy in here now, and I think, I was just reading the manual a little bit, I think this thing just pulls out. Yeah, it does. And then little spots in there that you can jam these things into, and then you can take your phone, kind of stand it on edge in there, or you can set things in there if you want to, but looks like it would get exposure to all those LEDs over there. And this is kind of silver reflective stuff, so I guess the light would bounce around in there enough. I'm seeing some kind of wiry things going in there, ribbon cables or something. Are those little, aha, they are little covers for screws. Okay. Well, that'll make it easier, I hope. Okay. Now is that going to, oh yeah, it just pops right off. Okay, so that is just a cover. In there we have a circuit board, a cell, stray screw, and the connections out to the lights. Ah, but they're glued in, ya buggers. Fine, we'll just have to get our zoom on. This looks very much like the same setup. 6-pin chip, 8-pin chip. Wires going to the push button. Wires going to the UV LEDs, or alleged UV LEDs. The, what are you? That's power supply, battery. Yeah, so it's essentially the same thing. Anyway, this one does what it says. Whether or not that's useful these days anymore, who knows, but there we go. Well, thanks for watching. Questions and comments down below as usual. I'll talk to you later.